What's up, everybody? I'm Blessed and Free. Welcome back to another episode of DOC TV. So you guys already know I love doing interviews on this channel because you hear different perspectives on what it was like going to jail and prison. So I got today's guest on. He's done time in Florida. So why don't you tell these people what your name is and where you're from?
What's up, guys? Name's Steve. Call me New York. I'm actually from New York. Did school in Jersey, and now I'm down here in Florida again.
All right. What was it like for you growing up? Like, did you have like a good childhood? Or?
Yeah, growing up, man, I had a great childhood, good family, family time.
Yeah.
We didn't really want for much. Had good jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, man, it was a good childhood. I'm the one that started fucking things up.
I know, man. And like so many people say that exact thing because people think like, oh, you've been to prison, you must have not had a good childhood. But a lot of people, because of, addictions and other things, just trying to make a name for yourself, you can end up in prison. Exactly. So I kind of grew up the same way. I had a little rough childhood, but it wasn't anything super crazy.
Yeah.
So when was the first time like you actually got arrested?
Well, I mean, I've been in trouble as a juvenile. I had some, BS charges. My first actual, I guess, adult charge, I was 18, and was for distribution, coke and weed. And nothing really came out of it. I didn't get time. I wound up getting first time in trouble, PTI, 2 years. I call once a month, PO.
All right, so PTI, for anybody that doesn't know, is pretrial intervention. That's kind of like what you get when you've never been in trouble, like exactly what he did. Did you complete the PTI?
Yeah, completed it. My last time, they actually, when I went in, they wanted a drug test for the last time, and at the time I was clean, which was pretty lucky. But yeah, completed it, no problem, no issues.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yep. So how long was it after that you got arrested again?
Well, about, I think, 23? I was 23 the next time I got, arrested, and that's when I first started doing some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that for?
That was for burglaries. It was 3 separate counties in Jersey. Yeah, dude.
Damn, you hit the tour bus, bro.
I know, dude. They charged me 2 in each county. Yeah, they gave me a year in and 2 years paper on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you complete that paper, or?
So I got out from the jail. That's when I came to Florida.
Okay.
I was in Jersey for, like I said, a whole year, 370 days, I think it was, and got out, came down here, was doing good for a little bit, got back on the bullshit, doing drugs and shit, and I don't know, 10 months later, I got in some trouble down here, just a little violation, probation, technical, nothing serious, but I was using heavy at the time.
Yeah. So what was jail like in New Jersey? Because I bring a lot of people on that have been to Florida. So seeing
jail,
that you've been to both.
Yeah, dude. Jail in Jersey, I was in 2 separate counties, and the first one, I don't know if anybody knows Paterson, New Jersey, Passaic County. That's where I was at, and dude, it's rough. It's almost worse than prison down here.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I was telling you, dude, I was the only white boy in my dorm for almost 6 months, and it was rough. Yeah.
So were they were when you say that, is that because they were putting down on you?
I wouldn't say putting down, but they're trying you. Seeing where you're at, seeing if you're gonna fight for your stuff and things like that. And I got moved from one dorm to another, and that's when I was the only white boy. At first, I was with a bunch of people, all mixed and stuff like that. But then I went to a more serious part of the jail for getting in some trouble. I got caught with contraband. I got caught with $20 bill.
Oh, okay.
Because I was doing a little selling of bullshit in there.
Awesome.
Yep. But did that, and then went to another county, real soft county, Bergen County. It's real easy.
Okay.
You do your time, ain't nobody bothering you. Predominantly white. And got out, like I said, and then came down here on probation. Yep.
So when you were in New Jersey, especially in the Patterson block, what was the craziest thing you thought you saw in there, or you did see?
The craziest thing I saw is some guy trying to, and then actually he tried to bite somebody's jugular. All right, a Spanish guy and a black guy were fighting. Really skinny kid, black kid. and some big Spanish dude got some size on him. They're fighting. Spanish dude wanted to pull a shank. Everybody in the dorm like, nah, man, just fight. You know, y'all.
Yeah, use your hands.
Exactly, go about it like that. And they were fighting. The black kid's getting the best of him, and he like reached for his throat to bite him, and then wound up biting a chunk off this dude's cheek.
Oh, bon appetit.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So were they doing like jumping in there, or was it strictly just one?
I mean, I seen one Muslim guy get jumped.
Okay.
At first it was a one-on-one, but they were in a gang. The Muslim guy beat some black guy, and the black guy was in a gang.
So he beat him up in the fight.
Yeah, he beat him up in a fight. They were arguing over the TV and got into a fight. The Muslim dude got the better hand of the black guy. He was part of some Bloods, and then next thing you know, three of them, two really big black dudes, and then the other guy beat the crap out of this dude, man. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, he's like lifeless, bleeding on the floor. Like, people trying to help him out, people trying to stop the fight because they're stomping on this dude.
So were the guards in there, or they're out of it?
No, the guards, like, it's you got one catwalk, and they might come every half hour, 45 minutes on a little walkthrough or whatever. Okay. Yeah.
So when you were in there, I heard you say like the Bloods and shit were in there. Like, what gangs were running in the jail?
I just seen Bloods and Crips, really.
Bloods
and Crips. Different variations of, neighborhood fucking gangs, little kids and stuff like, different gang. Yeah, different sets.
When you came down to Florida, how long was it before you actually like caught charges in Florida that could have set you down?
Almost a whole year, because it was a year. I got out in Jersey on April 4th of 2014.
Okay.
And I went in for all the charges April 15th of 2015 in Pinellas County.
Okay, so 49th Street?
Yep, 49th Street, yep.
So how was that jail compared to Jersey's?
I mean, to me it was cake, man. It didn't matter.
Were you in Central?
I was everywhere. I was in Central, I was in Grand Street, I was in I was all over.
Oh, man. All right, cool. So how long, you said you did a year in there?
No, I did 18 months before I got sentenced.
Damn, you sat for a minute.
Yeah, dude, I was fighting. I had got a lot of charges. I got 16 felonies and 1 misdemeanor.
Damn, all burglaries?
All burglaries. Burglaries, grand theft motor vehicle. They charged me with grand theft firearm instead of actually charging me with armed burglaries and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they did to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I got lucky on that.
So were you just hitting houses or?
Cars mainly. My primary
car hopping.
Yeah, car hopping. My primary charge, and I was doing houses up in Jersey, so like I knew the whole thing, and that was my primary charge. My primary was burglary and occupied dwelling. Okay. People were home 2 o'clock in the morning, went in there, doped out.
So the people were home when you went in?
Dude, the garage door, like I was going through cars, like I said, I was doing car hopping, and then when I was in these cars, I seen the garage door cracked a little bit, so I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on in here.
Oh, damn.
You're trying to find whatever, and when I walk in the garage, dude, the door to their house is wide open. And I look in, I see a wallet sitting right there on the kitchen counter. So I creep in, and
crazy.
Yeah, dude, next thing you know, I see the bedroom doors right there, and I heard the snoring. And I mean, it didn't deter me. I kept going through the house.
Did you ever almost get caught in there?
Not in there, no. Not in there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep.
So you sat there, boom. When you went and got sentenced, like, were they coming at you in the beginning with crazy time?
My first offer was 80 months. I scored out to 56.
Okay.
The first offer, my family wasn't helping out. I had a public defender. First offer was 80 months. And I called my dad. I'm like, dude, listen, I need a little help on this one, please. Like, get me a lawyer, any lawyer. And so we wound up getting one. And my next offer, which we weren't expecting an offer, we were just going in there to present, hey, this is his lawyer. He's got a private attorney now, whatever. Well, they came out with an offer of 100 months next time.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm like thinking,
That's
crazy.
Damn.
So yeah, we fought it for 18 months.
So did your dad end up getting you a lawyer?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He got me a lawyer, pretty good lawyer. I got him through someone else in the jail who was pro se. Pro se is when you're representing yourself. And he recommended somebody, really known people out of Tampa. And I got him for $5,500. Everybody else was asking me for 15 up front because they saw my charges and stuff, and they're like, dude, you're
Damn.
cooked, you know.
Yeah.
But
So when your dad got you the attorney, like, was anyone in your family like writing you and communicating, or were you just solo?
I mean, family was there, like my mother and my father. They're separated. My mom lives in Jersey. My dad's down here, but he'd come once a week. He'd do a little viso for me, money
Drop
on
some
my
money.
drop some money on books. So like my family was there throughout pretty much the whole bid.
Oh,
But
that's what's up.
just my mother and my father.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So when you went to court the day they sentenced you, like, did you go in knowing how much time you were going to sign?
No, okay. I went in and I signed downward departure.
Damn, you used all of it right up front.
Yeah, dude, because like I said, they were coming out with these numbers. My next offer after the 100 was 120. You know, they weren't coming down.
That's crazy.
So, like, there were circumstances on the case where, like, my lawyer felt like, all right, dude, we can go in there and argue your case and we'll get it lowered for you.
Yeah.
Long story short, at the end of it, the judge is like, well, what's the max we can give them? I'm like, oh, shit. The max they can give
They
him
wanted to fry you, bro.
Yeah, no, listen, dude. They were like, and I signed a 20-year cap.
Damn.
So the judge is like, well, what's his max? 20 years Department of Corrections. Well, I'm inclined to give him the max because I feel like he's lying to us. He's just trying to cheat the system right now.
Were your victims showing up to court?
No. Nope.
Damn, that judge just didn't like you, bro.
What my charge is, all right, my grandma down here where my dad's at is Clearwater Beach. They're an island estates, really wealthy area.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
All right.
It's big money down there.
And that's where I was doing the burglaries. So they were like, one of the peoples that I took from was a judge. The other one was a cop.
Oh, that's why they had it out for you, bro.
Yeah, dude, they had it out for me from from the beginning. Once they found out, that I was the one doing all those crimes and stuff. Yeah.
So then, all right. So then you sign, right? Obviously, they came.
I sign. I go in there. Now, she's screaming in court, pretty much like, I want to give him the max, or whatever. So my lawyer's like, just chill out. He goes up. They talk. The state's attorney, whatever, and judge and. The judge is like, all right, well, give me a 5-minute recess. I'll be right back. She comes back out, and she's just like, well, let me first start off by apologizing. I was speaking a little irrationally.
Oh, okay.
So my lawyer kind of figured, like, hey, she's being hot-headed right now. She's not thinking level-headed. Like, if this happens, we'll come back and try and get you an appeal because she's not in the right state of mind. She's just like...
She didn't get laid the night before.
Something like that. Yeah, somebody ain't giving it to her good, But
or maybe you reminded her of like her ex-boyfriend or something.
Shit, or maybe I'm like her kid's in trouble and I'm who knows, dude.
Yeah.
But so when she came back out, she's like, all right, well, what's the lowest offer the state's giving them?
Right.
60 months Department of Corrections, no probation. She's like, all right, that's what he's signing for today.
So 60 months. So like when you look back on that now, how do you feel? Like, obviously, you broke into some people's houses. You broke the law. But as far as, like, the criminal justice, the system...
Horrible, dude. I mean, that was one of our things. I'm pushing because I'm an addict, dude. And, like, it's known. One of the reasons they gave me those 60 months is because I'm in the police station interview doing drugs. Dude, they arrest me. I got pills on me.
And they let you take the pills.
They don't have they didn't know. They let me keep all my stuff. Dude, I got a knife in my pocket, money in this pocket, and while
Were they prescribed to you?
No.
That's crazy,
no.
man.
So, like, they didn't know. They didn't know I had the pills. They were hidden in the pocket, right? And every time they would leave the interview room, I'm crushing up pills and snorting them on camera. So, like, my lawyer's like, dude, you're questioning him, and the guy's not in the right state of mind. He's under the influence right there. Like, you shouldn't have been questioning him. Now, I'm high. I'm remorseful a little bit. Obviously, I'm doing the wrong thing. So, like, I'm not trying to hide the fact of what I did and what I got caught for.
Right.
I'm upfront about it all. Yeah, man.
So did you ask for like a rehab or?
Yep. We had a private doctor come in, recommend to the court. Yep, psych evaluation. Recommend to the court, hey, this kid needs help. He's been in and out of fucking addiction for a long time, dude. And they weren't going for it.
Yeah, I speak about that on the channel because I agree with like what you went through. That people that are addicted to drugs do crazy shit.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Exactly. Just to get your fix, man. I mean, we're not you know, I mean, not everybody, but we're not bad people. We're, you know, like you said, we're not really coming from crazy homes or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's the circumstance. You're chasing that, so like you don't see anything else.
Right, you got tunnel vision.
That's it. Yeah, you're not worried about shit, but getting your next fix, man.
So other than them not offering you a rehab and all that shit, like what else would you say you saw within the system that was like this shit's crazy, like why is it like this?
All right, well, when I first got to prison and I'm at the reception center, what kind of threw me off, like, all right, they're offering programs for people. All right, tell us what programs you want to go through, and I'm trying to sign up for drug programs because they're like, you know, all right, I screwed up. Hey, now I'm in fucking prison for this. Like, let me try and get something together and get my shit straight. So, oh yeah, we'll send you close to home, this, that, and the third. They sent me in the Panhandle, 6 hours from the house.
That's what they always say.
in a camp that offers no programs. You couldn't get a GED program at the place. Like, it was horrible.
So what reception center did you end up going to?
Orlando.
Orlando,
Yep.
okay. When you first got there, like, what did you think of that place?
I mean, hey, first time in prison, in another state, you know, I don't know people, and I was just quiet, dude, for a little bit, you know. I got lucky, my first bunkie at Orlando was some old head who's been down fucking 20 years, and he kind of showed me the ropes a little bit, you know, so... But yeah, for a while I was just quiet, keeping myself, trying to
just peep game.
Yeah, exactly. See how things work, see what's the difference between here and county, you know, and...
Well, when you were doing that, like keeping quiet and just peeping game, what was the, like things that stood out to you that like maybe you had never seen or you wouldn't?
The spice situation. Tunchi, they call it, yep.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
everywhere. Yeah, no, and that was something that was mind-boggling to me. Like, I had heard about it before I went. Like, hey, if you go up there, man, you're going to be able to smoke, this, that, hang out. And, all right, I saw it, but seeing these people's reactions from this stuff that they're smoking, I'm like, who the hell wants to do that? It was just, and it was crazy to see how it's going on, and nothing's being done about it.
Right.
You know what
They
I'm saying?
actually, like, have a dorm. They call it, like, goop dorm.
Yep, yeah.
And everyone that smokes, they just put them all in that dorm.
Yep.
They're like, oh, when they overdose, they'll come out.
Exactly, yeah.
It's crazy. I actually have an episode on this channel about the Tucci gang in prison and all that. Yeah, so it's definitely crazy. They're spraying Raid on that shit too.
Dude, everything. There's people that go outside the gate, you know, they got minimum custody and they're going out to work squads and stuff, and they're coming back
with
bombs. With bombs, but not only that, they're coming back with just random chemicals sprayed on shit that they find just to see if it could get them high.
Man, that's some junky stuff.
Yeah, super junky stuff.
So then when you left Orlando, what you said, I know you said you went in the Panhandle. What prison did you end up going
I
in?
wound up landing at Taylor.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and dude, what's fucked up too, like everybody's like, man, you better hope you don't go up to Taylor, and of course I'm thinking, I'm not going to go up there. They're like, yeah, you know, people with harder, you know, sentences or whatever, of course. First thing off the bus, big tall woman with some, you know, like, cowboy hat, boots,
dip.
and a big fucking lip of dip. I'm like, dude, where am I right now?
Yeah, that's crazy up there, man.
Yeah.
So when you get to Taylor, and like what was going through your head at that time?
I mean, all right, now I'm at my main camp. I hear it's a rough camp. I'm thinking like, all right, shit, you know, like what do I got to do to keep in line, or not necessarily in line, but like to make sure I'm
Stay out of the bullshit.
Exactly, not making any waves. And I got lucky when I left Orlando. I mean, when I left Orlando, I was with somebody who was with me in county in Pinellas on 49th Street.
Okay.
So that was cool. I knew one face, and then, you know, I seen a couple other faces that actually were in the same county and stuff, and, you know, just got on the norm thing.
Yeah, so how was it at Taylor? Like, what was the gang situation like? The violence?
Now, the violence I didn't see as much. I mean, I saw a little bit, you know, you see people fighting all the time, but, Taylor was, dude, I just seen stretchers running all day and night, going back and forth the dorms for the Tunchi thing, man. Like, they were gooking all over the place. And I landed in a dorm where the guy's bringing in the bomb and everybody's twacking in the dorm. Like, it was just, that to me was just like, where the fuck, that's what, like, where am I, dude? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, you were like in
and
Tunchi prison.
Yeah, no, that's how it was. And it's just like you said, you see some of these guards where they're just like, they don't give a shit,
So,
you know?
So I think it's hard for like the people maybe watching this that have never been to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually have a dorm, and the guard is in the officer station, the CO,
bubble, yep.
and he will literally just watch people overdose on the floor, shaking like a fish,
Shaking, throwing
and not
up,
do anything.
rolling in their own puke, and yeah, doing nothing.
So I guess the question I want to know is, did you try it?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I see now when I tried it, right, I knew spice, that's what I knew it as,
Right.
from 2000.
Gas station shit.
Yeah, from where you could smoke a blunt of it, and it's like you're smoking, weed or
yeah.
something like that. But, and then when I saw a stick, that's what you call it, right? It's a stick, you put a little bit in a piece of paper and smoke it. When I seen how little they're putting in there and how these dudes are, they call it twacking or gooking out. And I'm like, dude, what is this shit? And I tried it.
So what happened when you tried it?
Dude, the first time I tried it, I was in Orlando. I was in the Butterfly dorm. We went into the corner room with like 3 other guys. They roll up 2 sticks and they light it. And then the first guy, after he lights it and passes it, he's just like, respect the Tunchi. And I'm thinking like, what is this guy talking
don't
about?
Smoke too much.
Respect the Tunchi, right?
That gas is in there.
Yeah, he's saying like there's this pressure in there, dude. Don't hit it hard or hold it in for that matter. So whatever. I'm a drug addict. I've been doing hard drugs my whole life. Like shit. Really, I'm an extremist. So like, all right, whatever.
Right.
I'm hanging out.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. So it gets around to him again. He smokes. He takes another couple of hits and he says it again, man. And the second time he said it, he's like, respect the Tunchi. And it just like set something off in my mind. And now I'm paranoid. Now I'm looking around the room. And then I'm creeping out the window, looking at the officer station. And I'm like, oh, they know. They know we're in here. Like, I started bugging out, dude. I ran to my fucking room, closed the door.
It was that Tunchi hit you.
Yeah,
What that was.
That's what it was. I did not respect the fucking Tunchi.
Respect the Tunchi.
Yes.
So after you hit the Tunchi and like all that shit happened, were you like, I'm done, I'm not doing that shit?
I did. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, man. Like, let me see, really what's going on with this stuff. Because now, not all of it's like that. Some of it you'll get and you'll be able to smoke the whole thing and you'll be all right, whatever. And I learned that later on, but yeah, I left it alone till I wound up getting Taylor. Okay. And then not right away either at Taylor, because seeing all those people twacking out, gooking, and so like I didn't touch it for a little while after that.
So did you spend all your time at Taylor?
No, I was only at Taylor for 9 months. I wound up getting shipped on a negative transfer for...
Damn. For what?
Oh, man. So I wound up getting sent to the work camp. And what I was doing is I was going from the work camp every day to the main unit for law library. Okay. And the main unit is where all the drugs were coming from. The work camp's where all the cigarettes were coming from. So I would bring cigarettes from the work camp to the main unit.
And if you got knocked off?
No, I never got knocked off. I'm not affiliated. Now, these people that are doing this on a regular basis that kind of put me up on game, some of them are affiliated. Well, some people didn't like what I was doing. They didn't like the fact that I'm over there getting everything. Now people are coming to me. They're losing business. They're losing money. They're losing food out of their locker. And who the fuck is this white boy who's not affiliated? Just, whatever. Like,
right. So you were a neutron.
Yep.
Bus stepping on toes is the way.
Yeah. Yep. Basically, yeah.
So would they step it off in your chest?
So no. Well, first a couple of Spanish dudes. Some 13s.
Okay, so 13s.
Yep. Some 13s. I'm in the dorm one day. I come back from the law library. I just bust down a bomb, break it out, whatever. And I'm in the bathroom washing up, and. They come in like 6 deep, and the 2 biggest ones, this guy Domi, and I forget the other guy's name, but like, man, you better cut that shit out. Like, either you're gonna cut it out, right? Either you're gonna break us off, or
you're gonna get the fuck from
or you're gonna get the fuck from around here, and it's not gonna be just leaving. Like, you're gonna leave in a fucking helicopter. I'm like, now, like I'm new to the prison game. I don't know nothing. I don't know like. Affiliated, this, that, and the third. I'm just thinking like, damn, dude, like, over trying to eat myself? Like, that's crazy. Like, you guys are eating plenty still. Like, what the fuck what do I got to do with it?
Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand that's how it is in there.
Yeah, you don't, especially if someone doesn't put you up on game and tell you, hey man, this is how it is, or like these dudes do this, these dudes do this.
So after they stepped you in the bathroom, then like what happened? Because I know you said you got a negative transfer. So how did that go down?
I mean, like initially, you know, I'm shitting my pants because yeah, dude. Well, hey, you know, I'm gonna sugarcoat. I'm shitting my pants. I'm the only white boy that like, you know, I fuck with. I'm not affiliated. These dudes stepped to me and like they told me, you know, pretty much, hey, get your shit straight, or you know, we're gonna bayflight you out of here.
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking like, damn. And then I found out like, because I asked around, you know, a lot of people talk. Hey man, you know, we're gonna do this, and they don't ever do nothing.
Yeah, they could have been running like boo game.
Exactly. Yeah, they could just see where you're at, see if you're gonna do anything to stick up for yourself. You know, that's a lot of them. But and then I asked. Okay, the other guy's name was Paylone. It was Domi and Paylone. And my buddy told me, he's like, dude, you got to watch out for Paylone. Like, I was at 2 camps with him, and he gets transferred every time for wetting people up. Like, watch your back.
And wetting people up, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys know already, but that's where they stabbed the shit out of you.
Yep. Many times. Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. So then after you found that out, then it really sunk in.
Yeah, then it kind of sunk in like, damn, maybe I should chill out with what I'm doing. And then, like, I speak to my buddy about it, who he was affiliated. He was in Cutthroat, which is a gang out of Jacksonville. And
he didn't want nothing to do with that.
No, he was like, dude, listen, like, just chill out. And I'm thinking at first, I'm like, all right. And then, like, you know, me having the big head, because I've always held my own, you know, I'm always standing up for myself and shit like that, especially, you know, from previous times. I'm like, all right, it's going to be a fight and then it's going to be over. You know, they're going to... Yeah, well, no, that's what, you know, he was telling me. He's like, dude, it's not going to be like that. You're not going to see it. And, dude, like, I fuck with you. Don't. Like, just leave it alone. He didn't want to see me get, you know, bayflighted out of there.
So then how did it all go down then? How'd you end up getting out of there?
All right, for a couple of days I stopped, and then me being the greedy, big-headed, started back doing it again, and I guess a kite was dropped. For anybody who doesn't know, right, a kite is a note that they slide to the officer or something like that. And a kite was dropped saying that, you know, if you don't get this person out of this dorm, we're going to wet them up, you know, stab me, and you need to get them out.
So they checked you in, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
they
crazy.
checked me in. I was cool with one of the sergeants there, Sergeant Polly, and... he came up to me in the morning. He's just like, "Hey, Papa Stefano, your house, right?" And I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, "My house?" Like, all right, maybe he was tipping me of a shakedown, but no, he was trying to tell me like, "Hey, man, we're gonna grab you today." And so I did. I got all my shit together when I went back to the dorm after breakfast, and was ready. And then I went to lunch. As I'm walking out of the chow hall, they cuffed me up, put me in a box.
Damn. So what did they tell you they were putting you in the box for when you went?
Under investigation.
Okay, well, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So how long were you in confinement then?
Dude, I was in confinement 2 weeks. That's it.
Damn, that's short time right there.
Yeah, and they
kind of got blessed right there.
Yeah, dude, big time. Because, you know, I was in there with somebody, and he's like, "Bro, you're going to sit for a while, get ready." And, like, I'm writing my family, "Hey, look, I'm in a box, just, you know, whatever."
Shoot some stamps.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be here for a little while, whatever. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I get to my next camp. Just keep sending some stamps, because, you know, that's currency back here.
Right.
Yeah, second Monday, I'm sitting in there, and Papa Stefano, roll it up. Roll it up. All right, cool. I didn't know I was getting transferred,
You
but
thought you were going
I
back
thought I'm
to
going back on the compound. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me get, you know, they're gonna put me somewhere else. Who the hell knows, you know? And yeah, they shipped me.
So where did they end up shipping you to?
So I went to Butler Reception Center first. I was there 2 nights, and then I went to Liberty.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you got to Liberty, that had to be basically the same shit going on as Taylor, right?
Pretty much, dude. Yeah, same thing. When I got there, lots of Tunchi, lots of, you know, gangbanging and stuff like that. There at this camp, there seemed like there was a lot more white boys, so, you know, I kind of clicked up with them a little more. Yeah. And yeah, Liberty was no joke too, man.
And I think some people watching this might get confused, like why he's saying like he was the only white boy at one jail and then he was getting clicked up with the white boys. Because in the Florida Department of Corrections, if you're white, you're gonna have a rough time. Like it's not, you know, there's too many soft white dudes in there that it gives every white boy
there's too many white boys in there that like shouldn't be in there in the first place, and like don't want to stand up for themselves because they feel like they're just gonna get their ass beat or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, they fold. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's easy to fold.
All right, here, you know what? I don't gotta fight you, so just take a little bit of canteen each week. All right, I'm cool with that. Fuck no, man. This is my shit. Like, you ain't taking
no fight today.
That's right, motherfucker. We're going to the box.
Yeah. So when you got to Liberty, did you, like you say, you clicked up? Did you know anybody there?
No. When I got to Liberty, I was at the main unit for just like a week, and then they sent me to the work camp.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and no, I didn't know nobody there. But like once I got to the work camp, the dorm I was in, there was a bunch of white boys. Some of them were with some G's, gangster disciples. Some of them with other people, different, you know,
organizations.
Different organizations, and you know, I had a group of people that was pretty much all right. This guy's with this group, this guy, you know, so everybody kind of fought with me, you know.
Yeah. What did you see, as far as like corruption goes within the prison, other than the guards letting people overdose on Tucci?
I mean, what don't you? You know really that's what it comes down to. Like the amount of corruption is. It's all over it, from a guard bringing in phones to a guard bringing in drugs for somebody, or you know, officers looking the other way when visitation is, and people bringing in drugs through there. Like it's crazy.
Or did you see any of the guards like beating inmates?
No, I did see it at Taylor though.
Okay.
I did see it at Taylor.
For guards beating the shit out of you. Kicking you to sleep at Taylor.
Yeah, dude. They're gonna take you out of the dorm. They're gonna put you in cuffs and tell you they're bringing you to the box. And then once you get off camera, you got 4 of them. I saw either 4 or 5 big ass white dudes beat the shit out of this one black
corn-fed ass crackers.
Yeah, that's what you call them, fed ass crackers up in the panhandle. Like I said, I was at Taylor, and dude, they beat this shit, the shit out of this black dude so bad because he was mouthing off at count time, and like this one guard, he got an attitude problem.
He tried him.
Yeah, exactly. He tried him, and they called him out. And all right, you want to fight with us? Yeah, we're gonna take you to the box, take you out in handcuffs, and beat your ass while you're in handcuffs.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. I've seen that too, so that's why I was asking you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess the question is, so the whole time you did your prison sentence, did you get any help for the drug problem or anything like that? No. So that's crazy.
I signed up too. Like when I was at Liberty towards the end, like I was trying to get back to the main unit because I didn't really like the work camps. There wasn't as much respect. People got less time, so like
people ain't trying to.
They're not trying
rock
to.
Out there
yeah,
either.
Exactly. So like I was trying to get back to the main unit, and like I put in for classes and stuff like I never. And they're supposed to prioritize you depending on how much time you got left. Now, at the time when I was putting in for these classes, I got like a year and a half, 2 years or whatever left. And, you'd think, all right, eventually, one of the transfer days, Tuesdays or Thursdays, they're going to call your name, hey, pack it up, and I'm going to go. But it never happened like that.
So out of your whole time in the Florida Department of Corrections, how do you like, what did you go through as far as like mental and what was your mindset the whole time you were in when you look back at it now?
At first I went in there with the mindset like, hey, I'm going to do my time, not really mess with nobody, let me just go in and come out, and once you get in there, I mean it's sad to say it, but dude, you get comfortable, you're hanging out, so to speak, and really it wasn't on my mind like that.
Yeah, you just kind of rode the time out.
Yeah, exactly. I had 5 years. I wound up doing 4 years, 4 months total, but it didn't bother me, man. Yeah.
So if you could say anything to somebody that may be going down the same road that you and I went down, what would you say to them?
I would say it's an experience that you don't have to do. Maybe some people it's necessary, but man, if you're in a situation where you're on drugs and try and get some help outside of that before it gets to that.
Before it gets too late.
Yeah, exactly. Like before it gets to the point where, hey, you might not realize it, and because of your drugs, you're catching a 20-year sentence or something like
And
that.
that's what happens a lot.
A lot, man.
So now that you're out, like, how's your life different compared to how it used to be?
It's different because right now I'm clean.
That's good, man.
Yeah, thank you. Right now I'm clean. I'm doing the right thing. Got a job, full-time job and stuff like that, and I'm just taking care of what needs to be taken care of. Doing the normal life thing,
Right.
which
I'm sure you feel better doing this.
yeah,
right?
dude, I feel great now. Like I've always kind of did that too, in between my drug stints or whatever the case may be. So like I don't,
But
I've
now
always,
it's consistent.
exactly. Now it's like, all right, this is my focus. Like, there's plenty of times where, hey, I'll dabble in this or that, but I know now, like, now it's more in my mind, hey, dude, like, you do that, this is where it's going.
Yeah.
Like, before, it was never a forethought. Like, I wouldn't pause ever. It was just, like, to the races.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show.
You know it, dude. You know it.
So, hey, thanks for everyone for tuning in to the interview. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Way more content coming out. And don't forget to press the like button, too. And with that, it's DOC TV, and we're out.